So we are here. We are online at the YouTube also in Webex. I'm going to start the recorder here, our call. First of all, we are starting right now.
This meeting is being transcribed and summarized.
We are starting right now. I'd like to say that we are going to be online at the Webex and we are going to be online at the YouTube also. I'm going to put all the participants here mute, or the presents here mute, and I'm going to start our conference. So guys, I'd like to say first, thank you so much to be here. This is Saturday, very early to me, 6 a.m. and I suppose this is at 10 a.m. in your side. And this conference, this workshop that I propose here is to take a real conversation related to the CCIE exam. If someone have some question, if someone would like to ask something, please go to do it more interactively. It's very early here, and it's very good to keeping this conversation productive. Good. This is a good time to explore and ask questions, and we do this more friendly conversation. So what I'm proposing here, I'm propose a quick conversation. I'm related to the CCIE exam in real life, and I'd like to show some tips how to study, how to prepare, how to conduct a test like that. Good. If someone do not understand my English, I can repeat again. I can try to explain another way, another mode, and everybody, I suppose, this is going to be a good interaction. This workshop I already did the opportunity to do it in Brazil, around 2 hours, less or around 2 hours to finish all set the test here. So I'm start to introduce myself. My name is Josimar Caitano. Very nice to be here. I'd like to say thank you for God and Jesus Christ, this opportunity to be here around you, to have this conversation, to explain, to talking a little bit about me, to talk a little bit about what is the CCIE exam, to some tips, some good information that I'd like to share with all present here. My name is Josimar Caitano. Also, I'm known as Josinfo in Brazil. I'm already a networking educator. I do classes locally to the CCNA, CCNP, and I also have to say that I have opportunity to follow and mentoring around 20 guys to achieve the CCIE during this path. What I'd like to show here, I become in 2006 study Cisco certification from CCNA, from CCNP, and then to CCIE exam. I have opportunity to do CCIE exam twice. One of the time I did it locally in Brazil, and another time I did it remote present at the United States in San Jose, San Francisco. I did it through CCIE exam, service provider and enterprise. And I'd like to show here how prepare, how to be inside an exam. The first time I have no idea what going to face inside the exam, how to be the setup of the exam. And related to this, I'd like to show that inside the CCIE exam, actually, we have a test of 8 hours. This 8 hours is segmented in two parts, a design and a deploy.
Hello.
Question?
Okay, it's not a question, but on YouTube we can see your screen, but on WebEx we can't see your screen.
Can you repeat again? What is the question?
On YouTube, we are able to see your screen, but on WebEx we can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is very true. Thank you for advice me. And now, good? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
This is
Yes, we can.
this
We
is
can. We
this
can.
is me again. This is our
Thank you.
workshop. This is our workshop. And as I told you, I'm going to repeat very quickly. This is an idea to do interaction between some scenarios and some tips that I'd like to share with all those integrated here. This is my certification that I achieved. I start too early in 2016, 2005. We already have 20 years running this from CCIE, CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, 20 years. And also I'm an instructor, not an academy instructor. I have opportunity to follow, to guide and mentoring some people to achieve from CCNE, CCNP, and also CCIE. I'm not the best one. I'm sure I like to help. Only that. Only that. I only like to help. And not the best one, of course. But I have some tips to good tips to share and transfer to all of you here. Uh, what I propose here. The first time that I did the opportunity to go to the CCA exam, I have no idea what I'm going to face, what I'm going to see. And this is what I'd like to share here. What those guys, I don't know if anyone have opportunity to go to an CCA exam, but the idea is what are you going to expect right now? This is during those years, CCA exam passed for some modification. And for today, I already talk with some guys that already have opportunity to do the CCA exam this year, and is what I can show you here. The CCA exam is composed for 80 hours, 80-hour test, and this test today is composed for design and deploy. What I'm going to see inside of the design. Design has 3 hours to attempt this test, and deploy have 5 hours to do this test. Inside the design exam, in the past we have the written exam. To attempt the CCA exam, needed to do two certification, a written and a practical. But today, only to move to the CCA exam, we needed to do a core exam, for example, in core of CCNP, and then we already can apply to the CCA exam. During the CCA exam, what I'm going to face? We have the 3 hours. We already start. You going to start with the design, and the design is a kind of the written. Have some question, the drag and drop, some select question, and multiple question, single question that I'm going to face. This question only go through forward. You cannot back to see what I did wrong. Can I move? Can I change my question? No, this is not possible. Only go through forward and around 15 questions to the design mode. And you only question and drag and drop in single and multiple choice. Once you have 3 hours to attempt this. After finish those 3 hours, the Cisco has a employee, a staff, following those attempts to the exam, and then the staff is going to say, "Hey guys, stop. The design model finish, and we are going now to the deploy mode. But first we're going to do a stop to lunch, and as I stop to do the lunch, and then when we return to the lunch, we are start to do the design, the deploy. What is the deploy? So this is I separed here both scenarios. During the design, as I say, we are going to have the proctor going to log in inside of the system, though, and going to open the platform that you are going to face. Those platforms are already going to start the design, and all the question will go to show. What are you going to have access? We're going to have access to the Cisco guide, Cisco data sheet to help you. This is possible. And those interaction is like a tag. We are going to open and going to answer the question. As I say, only go forward, not going to return to back. After finish this, stop to the lunch, then return again. And when we return, we are going to face another dashboard, and this dashboard is going to have a topology. In this topology, we are going to have the sessions that you must to follow to attempt this certification. Those follow start. I can say that again you're going to start from basic to advanced. We are going to start following step by step. Each session is bind to each one. Oh, by the way, I cannot move to the last session without to do the initial test. Good, guys. If you can hear me, please at the Webex do the like. Only to say the interaction here. Do the like that I can see that the guys are listening to me and we are doing a good job. Nice, thank you, appreciate. What I'd like to show you here. Once you enter inside the room, you are going to see. This is very important. We are going to have the two monitors. Monitor 21 pack, two monitors, very big, very important to do this. And what is most important trick that I'd like to show you, that you must to face also a keyboard, the old keyboard. Those keyboard is old and have a big key. This is important because when you are doing the lab, we must to have the speed. And interaction with this keyboard is important. By the way, we must to build this keyboard inside around you and use it all the day, because this is old keyboard, and right now we are very accustomed, we're very face the notebook, the computer, and the new keyboard, very fast, very nice to key. But the important to have this keyboard inside your house and use it for all the tasks that you want, because this keyboard is very big, very old, very it's going to disrupt you during the test. So this is important to become one. It is important to become one, you and keyboard, to get the speed. Because if you do not use this keyboard during your day, when you face the test, it's going to disturb you. It's going to remove some speed that you must to have to do the test. So we are going to jump to another one. After I finish the first set of the design, and we are going to have a topology, and during this deploy mode, those topology, I'm going to face all the tasks that we are studying about. OSPF, we are going to see BGP, we are going to see multicast, we are going to see other advanced configuration and product that we must to achieve. What is the most interesting here is this scenario. We can go forward, and of course, and we can go back. But the important here is finish session by session before I move to another session. During the exam, if you I don't know, I can't do this session right now, I forget, I'm going to move to another one. Each session that we do the test. We must choose guarantee if we can move to another session. Why I can do this? For example, this is the full topology. Right now, today, for our interaction here, I'm going to only talking about the OSPF. But during the test, we have all the setup that we are studying, following the guide of the blueprint of the test. Those information that the blueprint has, we must to do it inside the exam. For example, this is a sample of questions. I did some sample of questions here that we're going to face and interact with the correction and do the configuration. This is the sample. For example, in this session 1.1, we have a OSPF IPv4 core design configuration. What I expect to do here, they have objective and they have requirement. After I finish, I'm going to do this some configuration to finish this task. For example, in this 1.1, I have objective to configure OSPF 0, area 0 in this segment of network. Of course, during the test, each side, the topology is too big, but each side has a session. Each session covers some information that you must to do. Focus only in the session. Okay, I know that has OSPF here, but how is the OSPF in another side? Don't care. The session is asking for that scenario, that segment question. Don't lost time. The time is important. I know that 5 hours must seems like no too big time. I have huge time to do here, but this is not. This passed through fast. The emotional during the test is the important, and you must to have speed. This is must to concentrate in speed. Good. So, Josimar, Josinfo, how can I say if I did a good question, if I can move to another question or not? Sarah did a raise hand. Would you like to do the question? Go ahead. If you have problem with the if you have problem with the audio, can you please type the question? Good to us. I can read here. Sarah, have question? You raised the hand. I cannot understand you, Sarah. Uh, can you please type in the chat? I send a message to you, Sarah, in the chat. Okay, the chat is here. If you have opportunity, go to the chat and write to me, and then I answer the question, right? So the most important here is I did the session 1.1. I finish, but I'd like to have sure if I can move it to another session. During the test to the Cisco has a print or an output. They do not show the configuration, but they show the output. So this is important to us to know if I do a lot of questions, lot of sessions, Sarah, a lot of questions. We have a lot of sessions. Each session has a topic, some. Each session has some topics related to SPF, related to the multicast, related to the BGP, related to the QoS, related to the all the things covered inside of the blueprint. But if you work precisely, you can achieve this all session during the 5 hours. If they do this related to this can be possible, but possible as you have skills to answer those questions. But 5 hours is enough to do it. But has a lot of session. I don't have idea right. I do not remember, but this is a lot of session, and those sessions start from beginning to the advanced. And what I'd like to say is only one thing that will not concern is the related to the IP. Those interface, all the interface is configured. There is no time, no need to concern related to the IP. Our interface is configured with IP, and our interface is ping. This communication is okay. Good question, Sarah. Thank you. And guys, have opportunity, go ahead and do more questions. Better to us to communicate, and I'm wake up because 6 a.m. here, very, very early. Okay, go ahead. So, I'm going to start here. Question?
Josimar, could you move your hand or OSPF to the side left because we don't need we need to read the question on YouTube.
Oh, of course, of course. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Better?
No, oh, your head. The text will is okay.
Oh, I'm going to
Yes. To the left.
Oh, appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Better right now? Let's see. Good,
Yes.
good. So this is the first one. We are
Perfect.
going to do it together. And as I said, we needed to get speed to attempt it. So let's start again here. Establish OSPF zero connectivity between routers, ensuring that correct router ID assigned to point-to-point network configuration. Okay, I I print here. This is our first one, and I'm going to do this configuration. What I did to respect router ID, configure an unique router ID using the loopback, assigning all interface router links inside of this in area 0, and set up a point-to-point network. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to open those devices that I need to interact. This data center one. I'm going to open a notepad. This is good to me to open a notepad. I must to guarantee which loopback I'm going to face here. And I must to see the parts that I'm going to configure. So I'm going to start with the script. Using the script is a good idea. If I do configuration one by one, I lost time. So I can do it here. Configure terminal, router OSPF 100, router ID. Let me see which one is router ID. Show IP interface brief. My loopback is 9901. 02, 04, 03. So router ID 9901. What else I can do? Interface ETH 001. IP OSPF 100 area 0. IP OSPF network point to point, and don't forget to save. Time is as I say, time is important. Don't forget to save. Every time that you do the configuration, save. Go practical, because in the end of the day, when your time is finished, the proctor going to arrive near you, say the lab is over, it is time to close, and you're going, if you do not save, you are going to lose every configuration that you did. When I did the opportunity to do this exam twice, as I said, I finished before 1 hour and 1 hour. The second one I finished 1 hour before the exam finish, and then I have time to do the test, to save. But if you do not have time, the time is finished, almost finished. During your configuration, save all the setup that you are doing. So here I set up a configuration to the first one: router ID, point-to-point network, and OSPF configurations. Good. I'm going to copy here, and I'm going to paste.
Josimar?
Good.
On YouTube, we have a question. This answer, would you be great if you send us this material so we can practice after this time?
You have a good question. Thank you. Thank you. What I'm proposing here, everybody knows, related to the Cisco community. I have a channel inside the Cisco community. If you write in Google, um, Cisco community Josinfo, you're going to see all the books, all the tests, all the articles that I wrote inside of the Cisco. This exam, I swear that I'm going to do during this week a post inside of the Cisco community, and going to print the screen inside of the Cisco community to become public. and everybody going to be accessed inside of that, right? So I'm going to publish it inside of the Cisco community also. And of course, I can share the PDF inside of the groups that we have here. Thank you. Good question. So let's move into configuration. All setup here is good. No wrong. No problem. Going to second one. Second one, I'm going only to move it to change. Oh, I do not have only one interface. I have more interface. Let's to do others one. I have here 0, 1, 0, 0, and 0, 1, 0, 0, and 0, 3. And also I have a loopback. Loopback 0. Now it's complete. Let's return again in router 1. Good. I have it finished. Now, no, I must to change the router ID. Router ID is 1. Good, better now. And now I'm going to move it to another router. 2. Let's confirm the interface. 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 0. Perfect. The second one. Now the third one. You must to put your mind at peace and focus and pay attention in all details that you're going to face. Now we are going to go to the route 93. I have those interfaces 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 0. Good. Change the router ID. Perfect. The last one, the 4, 94. Guarantee 910003. Perfect. I'm going to clean the process only to rebuild the topology. One good information that I'd like to share. During the exam, this is not a physical, those routers, this is not a physical. Those routers is like we are using inside the EVE, this IOU. They use it, they have inside the lab, IOU in a virtual environment. Of course, there are platforms that we are going to use as a software defined, Cisco DNA, Cisco ACI. Those platforms, yeah, are real, but in general, routers are virtual. You are facing the virtual routers. If you do the display version, we are going to see the same that I'm using here. Display version. Display version. Display, no, show version. Sorry, show version. If you do show version, we are going to see here Cisco System and IOU iOS. This is a Linux software iOS. Those iOS are the same that they are using inside the exam. Good. So I finished the first setup. As I say, during the session, they are going to have a print, and I must to do my commands to see if they are the same of the print. So show IP OSPF neighbor, finish all configuration, all neighbors is moving to full neighbor here, and this is important to me to understand. And after I guarantee that my output is the same that I have faced inside of the session, this is perfect to continue the next step. So I'm going to, the Cisco do not care about which kind of configuration I did, but the most important is the output must be the same. If I configure OSPF on the interface or no, doesn't matter, right? What is matter is the output. Output is what is asking inside the output. Neighborship is going to be full in the point-to-point during the interface that they asked to me. Moving to session 1. The session 1, 1.2, core setup. Okay, The objective here is implement OSPF with multiple areas. We already configured the area 0, and now we are going to set up another cluster, branch office in New York. Area 0 and area 40, and control DR and BDR. Let's pay attention. What they want to us? Assigning all interlinks to area 40. 41 must participate to the 41 and 41 does not need to participate to DR and BDR election. 42 must be DR, 43 must be backup designated router. Okay, good. Let's do it here. And now I'm going to configure this pod, New York. Good. I must to open first those. I'm going to close. During the test, as I said, you're going to have two monitors. One monitor, in my opinion, open all PuTTY session. They are going to use PuTTY. Open all PuTTY session and organize one by one. Do not close and open as I'm doing here because you lost time. It's better to organize all the PuTTY side by side in the same time. So 41, 42, 43. Let me guarantee which kind of interface I'm going to have there. Show IP interface brief. Oh, 41 has a lot of interface. Let me see others one. The trivial, loopback and uplink interface. Uplink and loopback interface. Good. What I'm planning here. For example, let guarantee that we are going to use the real loopback 404001. This already changed. So I can put here 404001 as loopback. Loopback 0 going to be to the area 40. Interface 41 is all inside the 40 area. So all the area here must to use 40. We only have two physical interface. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to remove point to point because as the exercise asks, they are going to participate in the DR and BDR election. But the 41 do not participate to the BDR election. As to control BDR election, I'm going to use the priority. IP OSPF 100 priority 0 priority 0. This guaranteed that this device are not going to participate to the BDR and DR and BDR election. And I already have a lot of loopback interface 41, and instead of I using command interface for interface, I'm going to use the command network 41.41 00 and wildcard mask. A /16 is enough to attempt all configuration. So this is this only command I'm going to address OSPF to all those interfaces here. Network 4141.00.55.55 area 40. After I finish 41, I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. I have problem no command here. Let's go into to check which is the command. I'm doing this to see if I'm wrong. I'm going to use. I can use the data sheet, Cisco data sheet. I forget the command. How can I say? I'm going to use the data sheet to see, but I also can use the interrogation command to see. IP OSPF priority. IP OSPF. And I forget the command. Guys, if you when interact to me, which command I use to set up the priority to OSPF? IP OSPF, let me check here in the interrogation. If someone have idea, can put inside the chat.
OSPF priority then number.
I found here, good. Thank you for interaction, and I found here, priority. IP OSPF priority. And to guarantee that the router not participate to the election, which priority I can use?
Zero.
Okay, that is good. Perfect. With 0, they are not going to participate to the DR and BDR election. So I'm going to correct here my script, and I'm going to put again. Enough, finish here. Now I'm going to move to the second one. 42. 42. I do not use this network, of course, and I'm going to use the loop back, and I need, here I have 3 interfaces, 02, 03, and 00. 00 going to be interface that connect through the data center 1. 00 must belong area 0, and also using the point-to-point IP OSPF to work point to point. This kind of problem happens during the exam, and as I said, emotional is most important. If you forget the command, we have the data sheet. Cisco platform we can access data sheets. So you can access the support cisco.com, and you can search the sheets to help you to configure the guide through. And also using interrogation, it is important to validate the acknowledgement. So here I have the situation 42, 0, 0, 0, 3, and 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, and 0, 3. Zero, zero, face the backbone. Area 0, point to point. Okay. But the 02, IP OSPF priority. I'd like that the 42 become the highest one. If 0, remove the router from the election, 42, which more highest level of the priority going to be the best one. So 42 going to be the 255. For those interfaces, 03 and 02, they're going to become DDR. I must to force it. This is not a broadcast scenario. I have point to point. Good. I configure it 2, and now I'm going to configure it 3. The 3, I must to remove it. I do not want they become DR. I'd like that it become BDR. So 255, the highest one, DR. 200, BDR. Let to guarantee 02, 03, okay, and 00 are a backbone. I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste. What are you going to do now? Show IP clear IP OSPF process. I'm going to do the clear to reestablish the adjacencies. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Let's to see I get wrong here. Let's organize what wrong here. I receive a wrong packet during this interface 01. Let's guarantee. What is configuration? Okay. Priority 0, 40. Good. 01 is related to the 43. let's see what's configuration here. Area 0. This is bad. Not area 0. We have area 40. Let's see the 3. Area 0 also. Let's organize. 2 and 3 are 40. Let's do the clear again. The control plane is going to act. Both interface. Let's check the 42 if I have any issue. Route information interfaces 0, 2 and 0, 0, 3. Also the same problem. Area 40. This is not a good. Let's organize here also. 02 and 03 become to the area 40. Nice. Let's see. The 43 works. Let's wait in the 42. They are doing the process to go to the full mode. I'm going to restart the process again, all those three, to recalculate the priority. The control pane sometimes is a little bit delay, but let's wait a little bit more. I did all setup. I am guaranteed that all interfaces, the internal links interface are under 40. I control BR, BDR on all those three and remove the 41 from the DR, BDR election. Let's see here now. And of course, as I said, after I finish the session, I have a print, some print that guaranteed that I can move to another one, and I can guarantee that the 41 has those uplinks DR point to point. As I said, this is a point to point. I cannot have DR and BDR because each point has those election. And as I see, in 41 perspective, 42 and 43 are DR. But let's see inside the 42. In 42 perspective, I'm the DR from the 41 and I'm DR for the 43. And the 41 in 42 perspective is the other. And the 43 is BDR, even inside of the 43. (42) is DR and the 41 is BDR. And of course, they have full connectivity with the point-to-point network through the data center. Also, both sides. Finish. The session 1.1.22 finish. Repair here that I'm doing evolution from the basic, then we're going to move to advanced through the session. Right now, they are asking to me to do the cost manipulation. What is the objective? Control the traffic between the Azure router 23 and the backbone, adjusting the OSPF interface. Guys, here I put extracted the cost command, but the real test, they are not help you to do what you can do. They are only say control the flow traffic in router X through the backbone communication. Requirements are router 23 represent Azure in this topology. Guarantee that from backbone, that communication from the Azure to the backbone prefer to using the 01 then 00 going to be the backup. And we're going to move to the open the Azure router here. How can I validate which kind of interface they are using right now? The trace route. For example, I can do a ping if I can ping the 41. It's a good test. Source loopback 0. I can ping. So my OSPF is working. I cannot concern about the OSPF here. I already finished. It's already configured. But I must to configure it now the cost. If I wanted to use one interface better than other, cost is enough. OSPF work with the cost. Let's see here. All interfaces are using the full cost, 10 then 10. So as the program, as the exercise asks to use 01 as the primary. Let's to see which path I'm using to achieve this 0 to output of the Azure. I did a address here that it is easy to me. For example, to using here in our workshop. First step, from 23 they are moving to 21. I mean 23, and the next one is the 21. Oh, by the way, from 23 they are moving to 91, and 91 going through 43 and then through 41. I know I have sure that they are using the 00 interface. Question to you guys. You can write inside the chat. To guarantee a real path, which kind of the cost can use? The highest one or the lowest one? Who is the better? For example, when I open the configuration interface 00 here, which kind of OSPF cost I can put? While I open those routers, you can interact. You can type in chat if you prefer. I'm going to open here 91, 93. 42 I not use anymore. 43 I not use anymore. 41 also don't need. Good. In this way, more higher cost going to be better than lowest cost. So I must to guarantee inside the 00 a cost, lowest cost. Just correct on the question. Lowest cost. Lowest cost is better and is faster than highest cost. Only to correct the affirmation. Okay, good. So 00 going to have 2000 because I wanted that to be the worst interface. 00 2000. I'm going to 21 and I must to do the configuration both sides to guarantee the cost be unique. OSPF costs 2000. Good. And the 43 is the router that I expected through the flow pathing through. So I can do here 0 2. I did the configuration in the right interface. I did the configuration 00. 00 is wrong. No, I can remove here. Oh, oops. This configuration is 02. Azure 02, interface 02. And now I configure IP OSPF cost. Good. Let's guarantee again. Inside the 00 I can remove. I can show IP OSPF interface brief. Only one interface has 2000. Good, perfect. And 93 I have IP OSPF cost 1000. show IP OSPF cost, show IP OSPF interface brief, cost 1000, cost 2000, and in this one I must guarantee that interface is 01. It cost 1000. I'm going to clear the process. And now I'm going to wait the adjacency return again. Okay, finish. And now show IP OSPF interface brief. Only take a look in this information. 01 has a cost 1000 and 00 has a cost 2000. As exam asked to us, the trace route right now need to go through the 01 instead of 00. And it works. I'm going to move right now to the 9301, 93, and then 91, and then 43, and then 41. Finish. The tests work. We are completing this task. Only change the cost here. We are moving to now to the next one. I'm moving session 1 to session 2. The characteristics of our configuration, our manipulation here, change from the backbone perspective through the hardening. Session 2 is hardening. What is the session hardening asked to me? Guarantee adjacency between 41, 42, and 43, implement authentication. Enable OSPF authentication on all links inside the network in New York branch office. Configure passkey in each adjacency. Verify neighborship between OSPF. One interesting here is they asked to me to do authentication on doors uplink inside the New York, but they not ask me which kind of authentication they expect that I'm doing here. I open the box here. To be more simple, I can do configuration like that. 00 IP OSPF authentication unactive, and then I'm going to use the key Cisco 1. Enough. I did it what they asked to put authentication, and I put. I do not use MD5. I'm only using the simple one. Perfect to me. Then I'm going to use those reference to the other device, 42 and 43. Move it back to my script. Interface ET802. 03. Repair. In router 01, I already have problem with the neighborship because there is a authentication. I'm going to do it inside the 42 and also 43. Only internal. I'm not going to put the password through the backbone. They do not ask to me. Let's guarantee now connectivity. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Full. Connectivity reestablished with using password right now. Using password. Good. That's good to us. Verify neighborship. Successfully applied. Good. Session 2.1. Enough. Let's move into another one. Session 2.2. Hardening. Still hardening. Named session. This is very nice situation that I passed through in real situation. Inside my CCIE exam, they asked to me to put in some specific environment a named configuration. It is not a trivial to do this kind of configuration, but it is good to best practice. What I think, Because when we see a neighborship inside inside the our device, when I see a neighbor, what is the identification that I see in my neighbor is a router ID, is a number, is IP address. Those router ID, they want that it's become a name. But before I move it to this session, I face a problem inside the one of those neighborship. Let's guarantee if I did the right authentication in both sides. 00 and 01. I forget one command here. IP OSPF authentication. Let's only guarantee if I did it something wrong in an others router also. 02 03. Oh, good here. 02 03. Good here also. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Question to you guys. Anyone already did the named session of the inside the OSPF? I needed to create a host. For example, RT42 router 42. IP address of this router is 40.40.0.2, and I'm going to create to 43. And now I have a complex command that I must to input here. This is very difficult. IP OSPF named lookup. When I finish it, I can see that there is no more IP address as neighbor, but this is a name. Show IP OSPF neighbor 42. I did the wrong roast to the 43. Let's correct. 43 IP address is 3. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Enough. I only faced this comment during the exam of CCIE, but today in all design that I construct, that I build using the OSPF, I like to use this comment. It's good to practice, and of course, in a perspective of design, going to be more elegance to see name instead of IP. And this is only enough. It's a cosmetic configuration, in my opinion. Finish. 2.2 finish. I'm going now to use in the another session 2.3, also inside the hardening inspection, and now is using the control passive control. As we study, as we see OSPF, and even not even inside OSPF, but in others routers, dynamic routers, protocols, the passive is a control of the control of the transmitting reload packets, and this can save the process of router. If I do not do any configuration, all the interface that is inside in that network, they are propagate the reload packets to trying to start the adjacencies. For example, inside the 41, oh, one raised hand. Go ahead. Could you ask, please?
Yeah, Josimar, you said the passive is the control of what? When you're speaking about passive control, you said the passive is the control of something. I didn't catch that.
Yes, the passive is a way to control the traffic. Do not stop, not control the traffic. Sorry, not control the traffic, but control the adjacencies. Each interface that has OSPF enabled going to process our OSPF router, the CPU of router going to process our OSPF and trying to establish adjacency in that interface. And what this session asks to control this neighborship and mitigate the processing inside the box. For example, 41 router 41 has a lot of interface. Show IP OSPF interface brief. Take a look here, friend. I have a lot of interface, and I activate the network inside of the 4141/16. This router, imagine this router is not a powerful router. This is not have a powerful CPU. And I would like to improve this processor to computing the hello message. How can I do it? Remove all those interfaces needed to have neighborship. No, this is not needed to have neighborship, but OSPF control those interface and send hello message through this interface. Passive interface is going to mitigate it. How can I do it? I can remove all those interfaces to send a hello. I'm going to put it in passive. Put in passive, the interface is still going to advertise network, but do not do not do not start to a neighborship segment. Imagine that this is not a loopback, but imagine this is an interface connected through the local LAN, and this local LAN is a switch. This is not OSPF process there, but I'd like to control, and this is a kind of hardening. If someone trying to establish OSPF here, that position, it is have a hello packet coming through that interface. I can control it, removing the adjacency perspective. How can I do it? Using passive. I don't know if I answer your question, but it was clear, guys. Please, if you are everything okay, raise a like to see the hands in jumping here in screen. Follow the requirements. Oh, thank you. Following the requirements. The objective say that we must to control the passive interface only inside the 41. I'm going to move the 41. I'm going to open the process OSPF. And by the way, I'm going to use in the passive interface default. I kill all interface here. I'm going to kill all interface here. This command is very disruptive. I must be careful while I do it, because this is of course must to be inside the maintenance window. And when I do this passive interface, I kill all session. But now I must to guarantee only two interfaces to propagate the reload. Então I'm going to do the no passive interface to true interface that I real need those configurations 0, 0 and 0, 1. Prepare the configuration already reestablished. I become again show IP OSPF neighbor. Show IP OSPF interface brief. I have those interfaces being propagated, but only two interfaces going to propagate hello to trying to establish adjacency. So adjacency is okay, and all interface is still propagated. Let's guarantee show IP OSPF name router. I receive all the 41. 41 is still receiving here. Let's see. We are doing a good job. We are doing a good test here. And now I'm moving to another session. I leave hardening, and now I'm moving to the troubleshooting. This is important to us to identify that the exercise said to me that we are having big problem in some strategy points here. Let's see. Objective: identify and resolve the OSPF adjacency between 93 and 95. Identify and resolve adjacency between 13 and 92, and also 97, 98. Those devices is having problem. I illustrated here, point this yellow line only to facilitate our disinvolvement here. But during the test, they do not put in where are the problem, but they say where we have the problem. Now we must to open those box. Let's finish. Let's close here. Let's start from 93 and 94, 95, 93, 95. I guarantee that during the 93, I did a good job. I follow all the structure because it was the first router that we configured inside the Backbone DC data center 1 and and area 0 Backbone. But now I'm using a console session here. But if I do not use a console session, how can I do it? I can use debug IP OSPF IP OSPF adjacence and terminal monitor. This is a good this is a good comment to help inside the troubleshooting. In this situation, they are push what is the facing what is the routing face, or I show IP log. I can use show IP log. Show logging. Inside the show logging, I can see a good information here. The OSPF router IDs duplicate. This is a duplicate inside this interface. Show IP. I'm still investigating, guys. I'm still investigating here. Show IP OSPF neighbor. I don't know what happened. Okay, I have connectivity neighbor with 94, 91, and Azure. But I do not have it with 95. Let's guarantee I see inside the login that I have duplicated the router ID. But let's guarantee if the 93 is good. This is correct. Let's see now in another site. Show running interface, show running config, section OSPF. I found the first problem. They are using the same router ID as 93. Show IP interface brief. This is the real router ID. As I said in the beginning, I'm doing the configuration as Cisco asked to me to do. For example, in the session before, they asked to us to do the password. They asked to us to control the passive. Only in that segment, in that structure, I do not. Oh, I put the password here. I'm going to put password in everywhere. No, you're going to be lost your time to do it. This is not good. Focus only what the Cisco asks you to do. For example, now we are organizing the troubleshooting. The first time that I opened the 95, I'm going to organize the router ID to control 5, and now I'm going to use the processes. Let's guarantee if it's working. Of course, as I said to you, the Cisco going to have a screen, a screen. In this screen, I must guarantee this is correct. This one I fixed. Let's see another one. Router 13 and 92 is a AWS scenario here. I'm going to close others and focus here. Let's see. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Show IP OSPF neighbor. '92 has neighbor 94, 91, and 92, but not with the 3. Let's see if I have OSPF configured through the interface. Yes, I have configured loopback and 80 above on area 13. What I can do, I can put show logging if I see if I have anything wrong here. Or a debug IP OSPF adjacence. While this, I can move it to another one. I can see show IP OSPF interface brief 02 is facing to AWS. Okay, good. Area 13 is a BDR. Another good issue that I can see here is, remember in the first situation when we configured this environment of data center 1, they asked to us to use the point-to-point configuration, and I did it to the internal uplinks data center 000301, but I do not did it to the 02. 02 faces to another site, AWS. They are using DR BDR. So let's check inside the interface 02. And also I put authentication here. I have two problems here: authentication and DR BDR. Let's guarantee how AWS is configured. Then we move to our side. AWS is pushing me that we have problem with authentication. Show running interface 00. 01, 00 do not have authentication. 02 have authentication. I'm going to respect this which kind of thing I can do here. I needed to correct the neighborship, right? What I can do here, I can remove authentication in 92, or I can put authentication in route 13. What I prefer to do, I prefer to configure instead remove. This is what I expect, but I have a screen. I must to see the screen. The only thing that the screen has is neighborship. Neighborship between 92 and 3 in 13 must to go up. So in my analysis here, I'm going to put authentication in another site. Instead, I feel more comfortable, as I'd like to express here. Interface Internet 0/0. Put authentication, and let's see if it works. Good, work. The adjacency established here, very nice. The first exercise that we got, they asked to us to configure the name OSPF and point-to-point in internal links. From 92 through AWS is external link because I do not configure nothing in that interface, but is previously configured. Area 13 is previously configured. My analysis here is I'm going to fix inside 13 to reestablish connection better than remove, because repair this configuration authentication not my configuration, it's already was configured by Cisco, because I said I prefer to configure it than remove. This is a test. I do not know how the robots do check to see the validate the test in the final, because I prefer to do these kinds of analysis. This is me. Everyone has some way to work, but this is what I expected, what I think. The neighborship here go up, better, best. I already fixed two sides, two problems, this one and this one. No, I already finished. No. Finished AWS and finished data center 1, data center 2, but not finished this another side. 97, 98. Let's do more troubleshooting here. Those troubleshooting here must, this is a simple troubleshooting. Okay, but I'd like to show you that you are going to face, I don't know which kind of troubleshooting you are going to face. The Cisco can manipulate the troubleshooting. What I must to show here is perspective of thinking and analysis. I'd like to show you that we must to analyze and get confidence which kind of movimentation we are going to do. And of course, follow the screen. The Cisco get you guys a tip what they are expected to do in that print. They show the print. They do not show the configuration they are going to do, but they are going to show the print what they are expected that you have to see in output. Here we have a good thing. the problem is between 98 and 97. 98 and 97 already have a problem with the neighbor here. Let's analyze step by step. What is the first step that I can do here? Show IP OSPF neighbor. By the way, the first one information that I see here is an extracted. Extracted gives me attention. I have 2 full and 1 extracted. Let's to guarantee what I can expect to see in 97. The same, extracted. Extracted, guys, is a reference that have some strategy information. For example, M2. Inside those M2 must be equal in both sides. M2 is a problem inside the OSPF. So we must guarantee that M2 is the same. Let's see the configuration of interface. Interface 03. No M2 configured here. Let's see in another one, 98. Here I have a problem. I have a M2 900. In this case, all interfaces are using the M2 1500. And I'm going to remove this one. Or I can go another side and configure it the same. As I said to you, I prefer to input, then remove. Then. So in thinking here, the full M2 is 1500. This is the full M2. 98 is using an M2 lowest than the full, that 1500. In this situation, I prefer remove. Because this is a lowest than the full. So I'm going to remove this M2. Let's see what happened. And of course, I'm going to check the screen. What is the Cisco expect that I have here? Only a neighborship. Neighborship is full. Nice. I already solved 3 problems. 3 problems inside this task. What they asked to me? Diagnose those problems. Ensure that both sides have a full connectivity and confirm the route properly. Good. Neighborship is enough here. Now we are moving to another one. Here now we start to do not a simple, not more a simple, but a little bit advanced. This is talking about the mismatch area. We have a data center 2, area 20, connected through the California and connected through Texas. Repair here in this topology that each site has an area. In this objective, they are said to me that I must use the virtual link, but in the real environment, in the real test, they are not put the clue here. I use the virtual link. I'm a good guy. I'm going to help you. No, they only say to you is they are both sides using the different areas connect through the another area. So those areas are not connected directly to the backbone 0, and you must to fix only that. What is our engineering perspective right now is that we must to correct this using the virtual link. So only organize our environment here. I'm going to do configuration in 910 and 51. Focus only that one, and then we move it to another one. Let's do the basic. For example, show IP OSPF neighbor. I have neighborship established with 98, 99, and also S51. I have 3 neighborship works. And if I see the database, show IP of database, take a look here. I have all the database fully merged here. I have all the routings here. And of course, if I try to ping the 404001, source loopback 0, achieve. The connectivity from 910 through the 41 is working. Let's analyze the 51. Show IP OSPF neighbor. I have connectivity directly to the 910 full, but let's see the database. Take a look here. I only have LSA type 1 and type 2, BDR and local routers. I do not have full connectivity here. If I try to ping the 41, for example, it is not possible. Do not work. So we must configure the virtual link in both sides. I have here data center 2, those topology, and I must connect the virtual link between BDR through BDR. Who is the BDR here? 910 is one BDR, right? And 96 is another BDR. ISBR. IS. ABR. ABR. This is ABR. I have two ABR. I have 910 and 96 ABR. And those configuration of ABR virtual link are doing inside the ABR, area border router. Good. Sorry for delay. It's very early here. The brain is still not to wake up too fast. But our ABR is those both. Let's to test a connectivity before configured. Let's do the ping 9906 source loopback 0. Okay, good. I can go there. And of course, they can return to me. Configuration of virtual link are doing inside the OSPF. Area 20. Virtual link 9906. I configure it to go 96, then I must to configure it return. I'm going to copy this same IP. Repair that I already received some packets trying to establish connectivity neighborship here in the wrong situation, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do the reverse. And 10 want to go to 6, and then 6 want to go to 10. If you see here, we establish a new neighborship going to full, a virtual one. They create a virtual link in this situation. Show IP OSPF neighbor. And we have a virtual one located in area 0. This now I create a segment that the 910 become part of the area 0. 51 now going to have a full neighborship. Do not change. The neighborship is the same, the directly one, but repair inside the database. Now we have the full database. Of course, we are going to have the full connectivity. Connectivities work. We already fixed environment that there is an area that are not connected directly through the data center area 0 by using the virtual link. I fixed one, now I'm going to fix the another one. Don't forget, as I say, save everything that you do during the exam. The next situation is 61. I'm going to open this one. All those files that I'm using here, as I told you in the beginning, I'm going to share the workbook and the EV with the basic configuration. Okay, I'm going to share in the groups in the Cisco community also to become public to everyone. So the scenario right now is the same. If I look here, neighborship must be on. Show IP OSPF neighbor. I have a neighbor, but I do not have what? Database not complete. Now is communication between 99 and 95. Let's do a quick test if I have connectivity. Okay, I can connectivity working right. And I'm going to do the same configuration of virtual link. Area 20 virtual link 9905. Then I must to go to the 5 and do the reverse. 99.9. Let's check in 99 if I have the full connectivity. Works, virtual link again, and let's see the database. Works. Of course, I'm going to have full connectivity through this 4041. Oh, good. Another setup finish. This is a 3.2. Now I'm going to go to move into another one. In this, we are achieved the final one of we already have some five labs very quickly, but right now is the pointing to the final one. Remember, if I do not have opportunity, I do not know how to configure the session 1.1. When I'm moving to the others on others sessions, this is not possible to work because I said in the beginning, we must to attempt session one by one in the line. What does the 41 say? This is now we achieve the advanced configuration. We are going to face advanced OSPF. Now this is the full route. Well, let's see. I have a situation that I have internet connectivity in both data center 1 and data center 2. It has the same ISP. This is the same ISP. But this is a redundancy. Propagate the full route learned via IBGP. This BGP is not the focus for us today, but the internet connectivity are doing here by BGP. Both sites, local sites, 94 and 96, must to have the full routes. I must to announce the full routes using the OSPF. I received the full route from BGP and I must to advertise by OSPF. Let's guarantee this is a crazy required, but they asked me to guarantee that 94 is the primary router than 96. Okay, so what I can do now? I'm going to open 3 boxes. I'm going to close those one, and I'm going to open 94 and 96, and of course 41. There are some situations inside even inside the exam, there are some strategy box that I cannot do anything. For example, this is a situation. The 81 is a ISP. I do not have control inside the ISP. I must guarantee that I receive those information they are proposed to me, but I do not have access. If I try to access, there is a password that I cannot access. There is a different password. Now let's see. I received the show IP route default. I received. It's working. I have a ISN here, and I have a default router that I received. Good. Let's see if the 96 also received the default router. Yes, received. Now let's to guarantee that the other router do not receive the full router. 41 is a good router to do the test. I do not receive any default router. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to start by the backup, then I'm going to do by the primary one to see the convergence. Guys, I forget how to announce the full route inside the OSPF. Please help me. Go ahead. What I can do here to announce the full route? Let's see. Do not configure manually static routes. I cannot use the default. This is very important tip. The requirement say to me, do not use static. I must to do other configuration instead of static. What I can do here? Type in chat. Type in chat. Let's to communicate here. I'm already talking English for 1.5 hours. I'm wake up. Good now. Let's interact. Let's interact. What I can do to announce the configuration of the full route inside of the OSPF instead of using route static. An idea. I forget. No one. We still have some people watching me. Let me see. Hello everyone. Go the like. Let me see if you are watching me. Oh, good, Humphrey. The full information originates. But now I'm going to choose to do the advanced mode. The advanced mode. What is the advanced mode here? They are asking to me that the 4094 has advantage than another one. What I can do? The full route, good. The full information originate. I have two situations here. I can use the full information originate and the full information originate hours. I can answer this question. What is the difference between both? When I use the full information originate, I must to have the full route inside my RIB, my RIB. I guarantee, I already did the comment, I guarantee that I already have the full there. Imagine a situation that I do not have the full there. Logically, inside my RIB, my RIB. I must to use hours. If I use hours, if I do not have, even if I do not have the full information route inside the RIB, I'm going to propagate. But in this case, I don't have to use hours. I'm going to use only the full information originate. And to force to 96 be better than 94, I'm going to use a metric. Let me see what I can do here. I can do using metric. As I say, OSPF cost lowest better than highest. I'm going to put a 2000 metric here because the 94 is going to be better than 96. But in this case, let's see if the full information works. I'm going to open the 41. Works. What is in the troubleshooting perspective here? What I can see very nice. I received the full information, good, from router 9906. What is the cost here? 2000 metric. And another issue good that I analyze here, this is a type external 2. External 2 and external 1, the only difference is the external 2 do not sum the accounts between nodes that they pass through. They keep the same during all the path using 2000. Then I'm moving to 94, 94, and going to do the same configuration. And the full information originate metric. I wanted that 94 going to be best than the 96. So the cost must be lowest, 1000. Let's see what happened here. I still have 2000, but there is a control plane inside behind the stage doing the computation. And after the control plane recomputing, the information change. Now I'm receiving the packets from 9904 and the metric is 1000. Let's to prove that it's also happened in another side of the world. I tested New York, now I'm going to test California, for example. Show IP out 0000. The same. So they from this perspective, in the perspective from California, going to pass through data center 2, move data center 1, then go through internet using the full route. 41, good. The only handshake here is to do the load balancing between both sides. Here I have another situation. What is the situation here? Redistributing internet routers from inside the OSPF using the proper tag and external routes to path control. This is a little bit more advanced because I'm going to interact between BGP and OSPF. I'm going to take some strategic routers from internet and leak it inside my data centers. Let's pay attention here. Do not modify network 000X. Redistribute service provider networks as follow. 9. I received some routes from BGP 100 and 200, but they say that 94 going to be best 100 preferred and 96 going to be best 200. Now look to me. I have guarantee full redundancy in both cases and do not configure OSPF cost in this scenario. What I can do here in this situation? They do not ask it to me. Imagine here, both scenarios are connected through the same ISP, right? Both scenarios receive both routers from the same ISP. If 94 is the preferred to 100, they're going to be backup through the 200. And 96 going to be preference to the 200 and primary to the 100, right? So again, how can I organize this prefix list and route map? First of all, I'm going to prepare 96 here. We are going to create two prefix lists. First of all, I must to guarantee that I receive those routers, right? Do show IP route. Okay, I received it. This is my ISP peering BGP. I received 100 and I received 200. I received both routers. Good. The same IP. Even inside the 94. $100 arriving. Take a look here, 94 peering and 96 peering. And 200 also. I received both. Now I'm going to prepare the situation. I'm starting by 96. IP prefix list, PL and network net 100. Permit 100 00 16 less. So slash 32 to or less, I'm going to accept. And of course, I'm going to do the same to 200. The same prefix list I'm going to copy and paste in this router. So what I can do right now, a route map. I'm going to create one route map. I'm going to create a route map, and I'm going to use route map ISP click permit 5. I'm going to match IP address prefix list. This one is going to be the first one. And they asked to me to use a tag 65001. So I'm going to set tag 65001. Do not manually configure your OSPF cost in this scenario. This is a situation that I'm not using the I know not to use configure cost inside the OSPF, but I'm set up a cost inside the roadmap. They are not proposed say to me, but I can correct this. Do not use OSPF cost inside the interface, but I can use inside the roadmap. I'm going to set up a metric here as like leaky 100 to 96 going to be worst. So the metric going to be 2000. Now I'm going to do the leaky 10. Leaky 10 going to match prefix list 200. 200 going to have a tag. So one thing that I did wrong. Each router have your own BGP through the BGP, and when I receive the route from 96, the tag is going to be 65,002, and in 94 6001. So I correct the even when I received 100 from the 96, I must to guarantee the tag is the same prefix, the same ISN that I have in 96. This is a redundancy way, remember. And now in the 10, I'm going to use the same tag, and I'm going to use the prefix list 200. Let's see what you did completely. I have a route map 10. No, here. This is what I created right now. I have a prefix a leak 5, prefix 100, metric 2000, tag 665,002. And here I forget the metric. Let's do it again. Let's see. This is a architectural strategy. A little bit difficult because we are using the route map and prefix list. But the strategy is simple. I created the prefix list to bind the networks that I received. Now I'm going to do the control what I expected to achieve. 100, for example, here. If I received 100 for 96, going to be worst. Metric is higher, and I have a tag. When I receive 200 from 96, the metric going to be better, and I have the tag. Now I must to do the leaking inside the router OSPF. Redistributed BGP 65,002, and I'm going to bind my route map that I created. This is what I created. Now the 41 or entire network going to start to receive route from 100 001. Let's see. One. I received all routers. I received from. Take a look here. Distribution administrative distance 110 and the metric 2000, because this is a router 100 that come from 96. Let's see now. Show IP route 100 Good information that I have here. I have a metric 2000 and come from 9906. I know that 9906 is the router 96 by OSPF external 2, and a tag that I put here is 6005. 5 and 5,000 and 2. The trick in this situation is we are going to do inside of the 42. Let's see instead while I do not configure 92, let's see here the 200 200. 200 200 I received from 9906 and I received metric 2000. This is a wrong. Let's see where we did it wrong. This must to be 1000, not 2000. Let's see here. Do show running prefix 200 must be 1000 and prefix 100 must be 2000. Let's see which kind of prefix list I configured. I always like to configure the last one. I only want the announce those through network. And I'm going to create another one to deny. Let's see what happened. Clear IP OSPF process. The configuration is right. Redistribute BGP, subnets, route map, RM, okay, that's good. PLNet 100, metric 2000, PLNet 200, metric 1000. The configuration is right. Let's see right now what happened. I did a clean up in the route metric is 2000. I'd like you to do the same configuration in 94. Let's to put in the notepad. In the 94 perspective, the network 100 going to be 1000 and network from 200 going to be 2000. I must try to advertise here. Router OSPF 100. Redistribute PGP route map. One hundred better through 9904 and let's see 200. These configurations are not working. I suppose, I don't know, but I suppose I don't. This is going to be influenced by this metric 2000 that I put in the full information. This is not intentional, but I suppose that can be it. Only to do not disturb our doing the troubleshooting in this environment. Let's to finish. We already have 3 more labs. Let's to finish only to accomplish the time. Then after we return this session 4 4.2 to finish this troubleshooting, right? Guys, are you still with me? How many people? Let me see. Yes? Good. So let's move it to another session. 4.3 stub OSPF. What is they are asking to me? Those session 4 are more advanced. They ask to me right now to configure the environment in 2 routers. California and Texas, they are entry level. They are not too powerful routers, and we must to control the database to minimize the processing OSPF process inside it. We are going to control the LSA. I'm going to open those routers that I'm going to do this configuration. Where's a proposal here? The scenario asked to me to guarantee that those routers has less process that this device can handle. And we can guarantee, for example, now, show IP OSPF database. We have two big database. Those database going to get more processing through those routers. And of course, the router going to be slow process those information. We must to control this one. Mainly in this situation, let's see. Guarantee all routers dentro da área consistent using stub and maintain adjacency. From the California side 51, they do not want to see the type 5. To control the type 5 announce, I must to configure those environment as a stub. Imagine a situation. Take a look at type 5. I received type 4 because I'm seeing the ASBR, and I'm seeing the type 5. This is a routers from the internet. Imagine this is a full routing. In this router, there is no capacity to process entirely full routing. I must to control and remove the type 4 and 5. How can I do it? Using stub. Stub configuration we are applying inside of the process OSPF. Area 50 stub. I must do it in both sides, even inside of the 51 and inside of the 110, 910. Let me see here. Route area 50 stub. The adjacency reset, and now let's see if we reestablish. Now let's guarantee if how external routes are located here. Take a look. I only have the type 1, 2, and 3. The summary link address here. and do not have anymore the external database. I remove. So in this perspective, for this scenario, I finish. The router 51 has a good has a good has a good way of processing. Let's see the next one. Next one asked to us to remove not even type 5, but they want to remove the type 3 also, and only receive the full route. How can I do it? Let me close here. Let me close here. We are going to do this configuration in 9090 and 61. Router OSPF 100. Do show IP OSPF neighbor and database. Take a look. We have type 3, type 4, and type 5. The logical OSPF database is too big here. We must to control only to one network. This is a default route. Area 60 stub, but the key is here. I must to configure a not so stub. Router OSPF 100 area 60 stub, no summary. This is becoming a total stub. Point through 60. Let's see if it works. And works. I remove the external in link summary address in this situation, and I attempt this one more session properly. This router only have the full route. Yes, we have here, and let's test if we have the connectivity through the Google, for example. This is through internet. We have connectivity through internet, and of course we have connectivity through the 41 internal. Oops. 01. We have connectivity to the 41 internet, and everything go on. And guys, I'd like to say thank you. The propose here is to show to everyone that this is possible to achieve a certification, to study, to do the labs. The most important here is emotional that I'd like to share with you. We must to control the emotion, because each error that we got disturb our emotional. It can disturb our our decision maker, that situation. Be calm, trying to use the tools that you have to your side, and the most important, do lab to get more and more speed. And of course, remember the keyboard. We must to have this keyboard because it helps too much during your configuration during the exam. And I'd like to propose here is we take open the camera, do a big smile, and let's take a picture to improve our partnership here. Very quickly, open a camera. Let's do the picture. I'm going to take here, promote inside our LinkedIn community, our groups, if possible, of course. I'm going to do, okay, Humphrey, let's do the picture. Okay, no problem. Don't need it. to concern. I did a picture here. And I'd like to say thank you to everybody. I'd like to say that this is the first one. Why Fox? Oh, guys, open the camera. Let me take a picture again. Where is the big smile, guys? Big smile. Good, good. Hold on. Yes. Very nice. It was a very huge pleasure to be here with you guys in this Saturday. And I'd like to say that everybody have a blessed weekend. We have this friendship here. You have my contact. We have LinkedIn. And of course, this is going to be the first one. And I'd like to do others. For example, BGP, Multicast, MPLS. And we can do more interaction discussing solution, technology, architecture here by ourselves. Remember, alone nobody can do nothing, but together we are stronger. Have a nice day, guys. If you have question, please.
Thank you so much.
Let's communicate inside of inside of the groups, inside of the LinkedIn, and I'd like to see your feedback. Please write to me a feedback. Going through WhatsApp, going through LinkedIn, write to me a feedback if you like it, if you don't like it, what I can do best in the next one. And together we organize better our meetings. Nice weekend, guys. Bye-bye. I'm going to share
Bye-bye.
all things to everybody in the final, right? Bye-bye.